making today?
Dark leafy green vegetables are the easiest way to get superfood nutrients straight into our system, right? And so as a nutritionist, I try to get people to pack in greens as much as possible. And people often ask me, well, what about for breakfast? How am I going to get the greens in for breakfast? I don't want to eat a salad, right? So this is how you drink your salad, but it's also going to taste really, really good. So I've been spending lots of time putting these recipes together for you guys so that you can incorporate them into your life. It tastes really good. There's no excuses, and it's easy. And I'm going to show you how easy that is today.
Perfect. So what ingredients do you have here for us?
So today we're making the glowing green smoothie. And the reason is that, you know, when somebody has that glow, it's because what's going in on the inside, you see it on the outside. And when you start doing this one time a day, you will actually see and feel that difference. So the glowing green smoothie is a perfect way to start adding in the green smoothies without tasting the greens, and I'm going to show you how. So we have some unsweetened almond milk, and now this recipe that I'm making today is going to be for one person. So I'm going to tell you how much to put in. That way you can make it, if you're making it for 2 or 3, just double or triple. Okay? So we're going to do 1 cup of unsweetened almond milk.
You find all these ingredients at your regular stores. You don't have to go to a specialty store to find all these ingredients?
Absolutely not. So I personally like to shop at Trader Joe's, Sprouts, or you could go to Whole Foods. You can find all of these ingredients. And Trader Joe's and Sprouts is on a little bit lower end in terms of cost. Absolutely, can you get almond milk at your local grocery store like Fry's and Safeway? Absolutely. So we have 1 cup of unsweetened almond milk. Make sure it's not sweetened. We don't want to add extra sugar wherever possible. Okay, then we're going to get to the greens. I have some organic fresh spinach here. And so I just take a big handful of fresh spinach. When it comes to the spinach, you're not going to taste it at all. So it's a perfect green to start adding to any smoothie recipe that you're doing in the morning. All right, I am going to add a little piece of broccoli today because I want to show you guys that you're not even going to taste it with the other ingredients that we're adding in. Now, if you want to get your skin glowing, broccoli is where it's at because it has a lot of sulfur in it. And so sulfur is called the glowing mineral.
So this is for one person, and I noticed you took a handful of the greens.
Big handful of fresh spinach.
Fresh spinach, okay.
Yes. 1 little sprig of broccoli. Even 1 is better than nothing, right? And so again, this is for a starter. Okay, now I have some pure natural almond butter. Now the ingredients on the back of this almond butter is almonds. Okay, sometimes it might have some sea salt, that's absolutely fine. But when you're looking at peanut butter or almond butter, you want to make sure there's no added oils, no added sugar, nothing hydrogenated. You just want the pure nuts. And this is roasted almond butter. Now, I like almond butter in this smoothie because it makes it nice and creamy and counteracts any bitterness that you might get from the greens that you have. Oh, we have our fruits that we're using. Really simple today. These are frozen bananas. I use frozen because they last longer. You know, you can just get a big thing of ripe bananas, break them in half after you peel them, put them in the freezer bag. So we're using a whole frozen banana there today. You can add a little bit of ice if you want it thicker. Any ice that you got in your fridge. And that's really up to you. Consistency is up to you. And we have some raw honey today. You don't have to add an extra sweetener, but if you're just getting started, you're used to eating these, you know, what are these called? Donuts? Mexican treats?
They're it's Mexican bread. I mean,
it looks great.
It looks really good.
Pretty.
Somebody came in this morning. I should say that this is the morning, so this is a perfect breakfast thing, or breakfast substitute for what we normally have here. This is a no. This is a yes for us.
Yes, and so if you're used to eating this every morning, your taste buds are probably pretty used to having sugary substances, sugary food.
Every day, man. This is what we have every day.
Right, so when you transition to something like this, you might not think it's sweet enough. So I'm going to give you some options. Good. We have some raw honey. You can add a teaspoon of that, or you can even just drop in a date. We have some dates on hand. You can just drop in a couple of those and play around with it. Guys, it doesn't have to be perfect right away. It might take you a week of getting into this to find what tastes best to you, what works best for you. And I'm just giving you a launch board to do that. All right, and so that's it. We got our almond milk, we have our almond butter, our greens, our banana, and a little bit of raw honey.
Does it matter the order in which you put all the ingredients?
I prefer to put liquid and soft ingredients at the bottom, and then the ice or any harder ingredients, frozen fruits at the top. It just works better in the blender. Okay, and that's it. So we're just gonna blend all this together. Get all those greens down. And then I'm just gonna look to see when it's completely smooth, when I don't see any bits of greens there. And this is just 45 seconds of your life in the morning, especially if you have these pre-prepped. You know, you just get to your kitchen, throw everything in the blender and go. And it didn't take long at all. And then you know what I do? I put that in a mason jar and I drink it on my way to work. So it's really simple. It doesn't take that much time here, guys. And so that's it.